The only crime is pride. Have you ever felt drained after a conversation where someone just wouldn't stop talking about themselves? That nagging feeling could be your instinct warning you that you might be dealing with a narcissist. There's a delicate line between confidence and narcissism that many of us miss. Picture someone who only seems to want to talk about their successes, their problems, and their achievements. You might notice that narcissists can weave conversations back to their importance. Self-promotion is part of human nature, but for a narcissist, it's an obsession. If you suspect someone around you is straddling this line, let's uncover the 9 key phrases that might reveal their narcissistic tendencies. Let's start with a phrase that screams, "Look at me." I, me, my, mine. Imagine a conversation about a shared interest, yet somehow it always circles back to their personal stories. Narcissists have an uncanny ability to center discussions around themselves, using personal pronouns like a magician pulling a rabbit from a hat. If every chat feels more like a solo performance than a two-way conversation, it's a potential red flag for narcissism. One more layer in peeling back that complex persona. Moving into deeper territory, think about this remark, "No one understands me." This phrase often echoes in the chambers of the narcissist's mind, allowing them to inflate their ego by claiming they are misunderstood geniuses. Picture that colleague who shifts discussions about deadlines into personal grievances about being overlooked. It paints them not just as special, but as someone deserving of admiration. When you hear this, consider whether it's part of a need to elevate themselves above the collective understanding of their peers. Now, let's shine a light on the frequently uttered phrase, "I'm not being appreciated enough." Imagine someone who feels like nothing they do is ever quite good enough for others. Narcissists often exhibit an inflated sense of self-worth that leads them to believe praise is their birthright. They're essentially fishing for acknowledgement and love. And if you catch this statement, often it signals a deeper need for validation that may tip into narcissism. And then there's the classic line, "I don't make mistakes." Picture engaging with someone who sidesteps accountability at every turn. It's as if they're wearing a superhero cape labeled infallible. This unwillingness to accept their wrongdoings often leads to frustration for those around them. By claiming they are never wrong, they preserve their narrative while simultaneously minimizing the contributions of others, making them hard to engage with. Switching gears, when you hear "you're too sensitive," envision a manipulative tactic designed to discredit feelings. This phrase often surfaces in conversations that begin with criticism. It's a common defense mechanism for narcissists, allowing them to put the focus back on their victim's perceived flaws. If you find someone often turning the tide in this way, it's a move that serves their need to maintain control in conversations. Next comes the phrase, "I deserve the best." This badge of entitlement often colors the lives of narcissists. Imagine someone constantly complaining about the latest news, always unhappy with what they have because they're convinced they deserve more. This attitude not only dimly reflects their self-importance, but also encroaches on the awareness of others' needs. When you hear this in a conversation, it's a reminder that relationships thrive on mutual respect, not unilateral entitlement. Do you know someone who's always saying, "I know better"? It can be so annoying, can't it? Narcissists often exude this air of superiority, never admitting others might offer a valid perspective. Think about how it feels to be dismissed when you bring your opinions to the table. This rejection of your input and insistence on their greater wisdom can make you feel invisible and can be a strong indicator of their self-serving tendencies. Then we have "I don't need anyone." This phrase is captivating yet concerning. It embodies independence taken to an extreme. Picture a person declaring their self-reliance while simultaneously shutting out the support of others. It feels strong on the surface, but often masks a fear of vulnerability. If you notice someone frequently asserting this sentiment, it could signal a deeper aversion to connection, a common trait in narcissists. Finally, the boastful claim, "Everyone is jealous of me," is the crowning act. This refrain sets the stage for a narrative that frames them as a gold standard, forever admired yet alone. It's a powerful tool for maintaining their inflated self-image, pushing jealousy as a compliment instead of recognizing it as a social critique. If someone continuously insists on this perspective, it might reveal an ego that needs constant affirmation. Ultimately, the signs of narcissism go beyond these phrases. They reveal deeper patterns of behavior, rooted not just in conversations but in actions and relationships. It's vital to differentiate between fleeting moments of self-involvement and consistent patterns that signal deeper issues. As Marcus Aurelius says in the Meditations of the Emperor, the soul of the universe is a single whole, and its proper function is to act consistently. Understanding narcissism through empathy can transform our interpersonal dynamics, helping us foster stronger relationships based on genuine appreciation and respect. Reflect on these insights, and may they empower you to navigate the complexities of human behavior with a more discerning eye.